happy hump day. Hope you're having a wonderful day. We're gonna do something, I think this is gonna be really cool. This is something new. I've seen these signs before, but we actually had a customer, Renee, ask us to create something because she had these standoff screws. So it's like we're doing like a back surface and then the acrylic on top with these gold standoff screws. So Mark's actually in the process of listing it right now. But this is for a 9x12 acrylic piece. So you could put any size B transfer on here. And then this is just like the back surface. So you could put a design on it if you wanted to, but I'm just gonna make mine black. But I think this is gonna be really cool. When you guys jump on, say hey, hit the heart button, comment, walk. We're gonna use this new transfer that just came out last week. It's actually super low quantity and we don't think it's restocking. So if you guys want it, comment walk, W-A-L-K. But it says, those we love don't go away. They walk beside us every day, unseen, unheard, but always near, still loved, still missed, and very dear. So I think this is gonna be a really pretty memorial piece. If you guys see that red live above my head, I'm live. Otherwise, you're watching the replay, so comment #replay. I am Brittany with Tilton Designs. Like I said, hit the heart button, sprinkle, S-H-A-R-E, and comment walk, okay? Let me find myself here. Turn up my volume. We'll get our timer set for our giveaways. I knew I saw an ant, you guys. I saw something out of my peripheral. We got all these ants in here all of a sudden. All right, let me pin my comments. How is everybody? Hope you're having a great day. Thank you all for the prayers and well wishes. It wasn't anything super serious. He just has to have some, like an upper, lower scope every 5 years, and it actually came back really good, so he doesn't have to go back for 10 years now. What?
My brain is not.
What?
Acrylic standoff with, what do you call the screws and stuff? There's a word for it.
It says standoff screws.
Just standoff.
Yeah. Hi Lori, hi guys. So yeah, good news. 5 years ago, we actually went and he had some precancerous polyps. So they removed them and they wanted him to come back every 5 years. So this was his 5-year one, but it actually, like I said, we had really good news today. They did take some biopsies, so obviously, anything can happen, but I'm sure everything will be just fine. How are you guys? Let me set my timer here. Every 10 minutes, the timer will go off. We'll put somebody in the Sunday Funday basket. We made a post about this yesterday, but we listed all of the new cutouts from the most requested launch that came out last week. So this is that welcome one that's a size C. And then this one's a sunflower, which they sent a replacement of mine. So I'm hoping we get that soon so we can do that and do some watercolor. So it goes with this big piece. That's a size E. Then we have the Barn Life one. You can get just the cow or the cow with the words. This one's the country scene. This one's don't get cocky. I think he listed it just so you can get the rooster head and then the full set. I thought this little surface was cool. This one's the those we love, so you could also use this. At some point I probably will do something with this. And then this one's living the farm life. This one's that sunflower jar, and then the apple orchard. So all of those are listed on Etsy, and then we're in the process of listing this new surface, which we're gonna work on today. I'm pretty excited about it. We've been using acrylic quite a bit lately, and it's pretty cool. I like how versatile it is. But this would be pretty with a lot of different transfers on it, but I thought this one would be really pretty. I have a vision in my head. So let's get started. So like I said, if you order this from us, Mark, like I said, this isn't listed yet. He's in the process right now. He actually got home and took a 4-hour nap, so he's a little bit out of it, but he's gonna list it for us quick. And it's the kiddos last night home, so we're gonna go live a little bit earlier and then go spend some time with them. But if you order it, you're gonna get all of this. You're gonna get the standoff screws, 4 of them. You get 2 washers with each one, 4 screws, and then 4, oh my gosh, my brain's broken. What are these called? Mark, the things that go on the wall. Anchor. Hi, Marilyn. Yeah, you don't have to use them, and you don't have to use the screws either. You do have to use them to put them into the surface, but I'll explain that in a little bit. I think we'll start by painting what we need to paint. I'm gonna paint this one all in black. So this is how it's gonna be, okay? It's gonna be like this, and then this is gonna be spaced up from it with the gold screws in each corner. And then you can, put it in your wall, or you can use it a different way, and I'll explain that here in just a little bit. With acrylic, you do want to make sure you heat this up before you remove the paper, and I'll show you guys that in a little bit as well. But we're going to chalk on that. But I'm going to start by painting our MDF surfaces. Hi, Gloria. Yes, Mark is feeling good. Last time, he was actually really funny. Like, he woke up and he was super hungry, and he wanted his banana. Today, he was super out of it. He took a really long nap, so he is taking it easy. He is. He's just listing a surface. He just got up from a 4-hour nap. As soon as he's done with this, he's gonna go back in and chill. So he's chilling. He's He's chilling. All right, we're gonna take our black velvet paste. I'm actually gonna water this down just a little bit. As you guys know, our paste is like yogurt, sour cream consistency, so it's a little bit thicker than paint. So sometimes, depending on how, you know, it is, I'll add a little bit of water to it. But it's water soluble, so you're not gonna hurt anything. Hi, Heather. Hi, guys. Last night, we had the Pops concert. It's like the biggest concert of the year. Our kids' school, it's super small, but it's very like musical. There's a lot of like musical children, and it's just very like, it's just such a talented school. I've never seen so many like amazing singers from one school. It's pretty cool considering how small it is. But every year they do this Pops concert. And if you guys remember last year, Parker actually had a full song solo, so they let you audition. And they choose, I don't even know how many solos there were. Parker didn't get a solo this year, so he was a little bit bummed, but he's still in chorus, so they performed, you know, some different songs. But it's just so cool. Like, some kids play instruments, and there was actually a girl who wrote her own song and played the piano, and it was beautiful, and it was really cool. But we didn't get home until like 10:30 at night or something like that. It was late. So, didn't go live yesterday, even though I planned on it. And then, of course, we had some other stuff happen yesterday. Our Sophie girl had to stay home from school, so she actually missed the Pops concert. She was there, but she wasn't allowed to participate because I think most of us are women here, but she is going on 14 and she started her womanly, what do you want to call it? Curse, I guess, for the first time overnight, night before. So she was a little bit worried about how that was going to go down, so I let her stay home, but she was bummed because she couldn't perform in the concert. But thankfully her teacher is super understanding. He's just going to let her write an essay so she doesn't have to worry about performing in front of him, because I guess if they miss a concert, they're supposed to perform in front of him by themselves. So she was freaking out about it. Hi, Donna. But he's not going to make her do it, which is a blessing. So we've been having a lot happen around here lately. Seems like one thing after another. Yes, comment, walk, check your messenger. I think this is going to be really cute, you guys. Like I said, don't go looking for it on Etsy yet. By the time we're done with this, it'll be listed. Yeah. He's got anesthesia brain. I know, I had a bunch of people message me. They're like, you didn't tell us Mark was having a procedure. I'm like, actually I did. I mentioned it a couple times, but it's not like it was anything, you know, it was just like a routine upper lower scope. Everything went fine. We got there, he had to be there 8:15 this morning, and then they said that he was third on the list, so we were gonna have to wait like almost 2 hours. So that was the worst part, was just sitting there waiting. And then they took him back. I ran and got a coffee. By the time I got back, I sat there like doing work for like maybe 10 minutes, and they called me and said he was waking up. So, you know, it was pretty quick. Yeah, this one's actually a shirt. I know, every time you guys think I'm wearing a shirt, I say it's a dress. Every time you think I'm wearing a dress, I think it's a shirt. Yeah, isn't this gonna be cool? Like I said, Miss Renee, I've seen these services before, but Renee, you know, messaged us, Renee McGivney, and asked us to make something because she wanted to do something with it, and I was like, that's really cool. We should do something like that and get it listed. So we found some screws that we wanted to use because we wanted to incorporate like the MDF and not just acrylic. But you could also do it with just acrylic. I'm sure people do that as well. They're like, you know, I don't know. People call them like floating frames or floating surfaces. I don't know. Not to be confused with the ones that we have. They're a little bit different, but. Okay, so I just did a good coat of black on the background. I just wanted it to be darker because our acrylic's gonna be on top and I want it to pop. And I'm gonna use bright white for my words and then nominee. Hi, Carrie, he is doing well. How are you guys? Thanks for jumping on. Let me wipe my hands off. I've got all sorts of black paste on me now. Lainey made me a bracelet today. It's got a little sea turtle on it. Isn't that cute? You're doing good? I'm glad to hear it. Okay, so we're going to move this to the side, let this dry, and then I'm going to stain the outer frame, and I'm going to use, you guys probably can guess, we're going to use walnut. That's my favorite. Hate the prep. Yeah, I know. And they had two options, but he did like the Miralax and the tablets. So he didn't go to the concert last night because he was here all day, you know. I think a lot of you guys have probably had those scopes done. I've never had one of them, so I can't empathize, but I was there to support him. Of course, he's the worst patient when he comes out. He's like, get this stuff off of me. Like he wanted, you know, the IV out immediately as soon as he woke up, and he wanted, you know, and then his pulse ox kept coming off his finger, and it was beeping. He's like, I'm not doing anything, I'm not moving. He's like, I'm ready to go. She's like, well, we have to get one more set of vitals, and then if everything's good, you can leave. And he's like, okay, I'm ready, let's go. He's like, would you want me to be your patient? I said, no, when I was a nurse, you were the worst type of patient. Yeah, he's all good. All good. It was really good news considering they said he doesn't have to come back for 10 years. Because I can remember 5 years ago when he had it done and they found those precancerous polyps. Like, we were terrified. I can remember sitting in, we were in Rochester and we were sitting in a parking lot and the doctor had called.
Yeah, because he forgot to tell us.
Because he forgot to tell us. That's right. He came in and told us. And we didn't go back to him, by the way. We went to another doctor this time, actually closer to home, and we really like her. But he came in and said everything was good from the colonoscopy and the upper endoscopy. And then we got a call. I don't know where we were. We stopped somewhere. And we got a call, and he said, oh, I forgot. I must have gotten yours confused with somebody else, but you had some polyps that we removed, and they were precancerous, but we're sending them out and whatever. And we're like, what? So, you know, and then, of course, he's like, well, once we found out that everything was okay, he's like, well, every 5 years you're going to have it done. But this time, everything was good, so doesn't have to go back for 10 years. So that's a positive. Then yesterday, Lainey girl had a hearing test and she failed, which I don't know, maybe like she has her ears clogged or I don't know. There could be a lot of different reasons, but now she has to see an audiologist. And if you guys don't know, Delaney's our youngest and she's super dramatic. Like everything about Delaney is extra and she just has to be the most dramatic she can possibly be. So when I picked her up, I said, how was your day? And she said, oh, really good until the end. And I'm like, oh, what happened? And she's like, you'll see, I have a letter. And I'm like, okay. So we get into the car and she hands me this letter. And I'm like, what's going on? She starts sobbing. I'm like, Lainey, it's okay. And she's like, just read it. She's just being as dramatic as she possibly can be. So, you know. Do I have the pineapple cutout? Yes, I do. It's on Etsy. Yep. Timer's going off, Adele. You're going to go into the Sunday Fun Day basket. Let me reset my timer. I'll write down Adele. So that's done. I just used a paper towel, rub that all over. Adele Barnett. You were the Sunday Fun Day winner last week. You're going to go in again, so maybe you have a chance to win this week. We appreciate those who comment. All right, that's going to go to the side. Now, we're going to bring in our acrylic. This is actually probably going to be a pretty quick project, but it's going to be really, really cute. Something new. You have to go every 3 years because of the polyps. Yeah, that's no fun. That's probably scary, right? Like, can't imagine. Okay, done with that. So, I'm going to use, so you guys know I use this quick dry tool all the time. This is the one that I sell. It's in my shop. But you guys know I love it because it doesn't get super hot, so my kiddos can use it. I can, like, you know, get it on my skin. It's not going to burn me. But because I'm using the acrylic, to get our paper off, if you guys ever order acrylic from us, heat it up really good. I'm going to use this quick dry tool though because it gets a lot hotter. Do you have a drama queen child too? Yeah, I think, you know, it wouldn't be normal. It wouldn't be life if we didn't have Delaney being dramatic. So we're just going to heat this up really good. I'm going to remove one side and we're going to chalk on that side and then we'll remove the other side. Thanks, Karina. So just get this heated up good. If you guys are just joining us, comment walk. Hi, Miss Susan. Thank you, Tracy. This one's from Boom Chic. I haven't ordered from there in a while, but I really like their clothing. I wore a dress from there yesterday. Yeah, we probably all have one of them that are dramatic. And then, of course, my son's pretty dramatic, too. So, you know. So we're just going to get this heated up, and then we'll remove it. Like I said, if you get it heated up, it'll come off pretty easy. So I'm just going to apply some heat kind of all over a little bit at a time. It's kind of like when we removed our contact paper from our desk. We have to do that again at some point, but it was a nightmare trying to get it off. But we heated it up and just removed a little bit at a time. Always a good time. Hi, Miss Mary. We're working on a new surface. I think you guys are really going to like this. But right now, I think we're just going to list a size like A surface so that the back piece will be a little bit bigger and then the B. Eventually, maybe we'll do a C, but it would be quite a bit bigger. So I'm not sure. We'd have to see how that, you know, all goes. Oh, thanks, Nancy. Okay, so there is the start of it. I'm gonna just continually keep going down. And then, like I said, it'll come off super, super easy. Hi, Carol. It just has this protective stuff on it so it doesn't get all scratched up. So we wouldn't want to ship it to you guys without the stuff on it, because otherwise, you know, as you guys know, acrylic can scratch pretty easy. Have to go in July because I had 3 precancerous polyps. Oh my word. I'll keep you in my thoughts and prayers, my friend. Hopefully everything will be good. My mom was super awesome. She came and spent the night with us last night so she could take the kids to school for us.
Good? Yeah.
Yep. You can tell when it starts to get a little bit tough to take off, so just heat it up a little bit more. Yeah. And then there's holes in each corner. Obviously, that's where your screws are going to go. All right. See right there, just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, little at a time. We got her. Okay, so obviously we're going to take the back part off, but I'm going to chalk this part. Acrylic, we don't want to wax it or anything, but we do want to fuzz really, really well, especially because this is our first time using this transfer. And like I said, this one was a top seller and it's almost sold out, so if you guys want one of these, I would grab it. Comment WALK, W-A-L-K. I have a bad acid reflux. I've had 2 upper endoscopies and I'm always so the worst with daily anesthesia because I always begin talking while under. I end up getting more anesthesia. Yeah. Karina, the last time I had, so when I had, oh my gosh, I can't remember what it's called. My brain is broken. They had to do the biopsy the first time when I was getting ready to like have my hysterectomy, and then they did where they burned it. What's that called? Why can I not think? I don't know. Anyway, then they did the hysterectomy, but the last 2 times I had a really, really hard time coming out from under the anesthesia. It was really hard. Hi, Diane. The acrylic, we sell it, Pam, so you can grab these from our Etsy site. Mark is working on this listing as we speak, so it'll be on there. And like I said, you'll get these screws and everything with it, so it's going to be really cool when we're done. Stick around. Stick around. So this one's for a B, because we're using this one, which is a new transfer. And then, like I said, we're going to work on a surface for an A. It's going to be cool when we put it all together. Yeah, cauterize, but that's not what it's called when they do the actual procedure. It's called something when they burn your tubes. What's that called? Somebody help me. Why can I not think of it? It's going to bother me. Let me Google it. Burn. What the surgery's called. No. Tubal ligation. I had a tubal ligation, but they burned inside of there. What's that called? Before. Endometrial ablation. Could not think of it. Tubal ligation is what I had. That's when I actually had my tubes like tied. This was where they, yeah. Endometrial ablation. That's what it is. Thank you, ablation. Could not think. Yeah, different than a tubal ligation, but yeah. All right, so I'm gonna fuzz this really, really well. If you guys are new, these are reusable over and over again. They are super sticky, so we wanna make sure we, you know, fuzz it quite a bit. Yeah, ablation, that's what it is. Sophie's feeling okay today. I'm really hoping, like, our family all the women in our family have a really bad history of the womanly curse, whatever I want to call it. So I've been super worried about her, you know, and she's going to be 14 in October, and she wasn't starting, and I'm like, you know, you're going to be starting anytime, you know, try to prepare her, and there's no way to prepare somebody for that because, you know, it's always different. So hopefully she doesn't have it as bad as, you know, some of the other women in our family, because we all had it pretty rough. So we'll see what happens. You know, it's only day 2, so we'll see what happens. You had that ablation? Yeah. I'm just trying to get this in the center. I had it close, but it was a little bit off. Just a little bit. Yeah, the ablation did nothing for me, so not long after they scheduled me for the hysterectomy. And that's the best thing I've ever done. Like, so much better. Yeah, Mark's had a couple hard ablations too. I don't know why I couldn't think of that because I knew Mark had ablations, but the words just weren't coming to me. I'm gonna turn it this way and try to get it in the center.
At least that's pretty cool because they said they come with the screws.
Yeah, they come with the screws.
And the holes and everything. Like
Yeah, everything you need to make it, other than obviously your transfer and paste. But it's hard sometimes with acrylic just because the transfer's super sticky, as Mark just said. But once you get it on there and you get it where you want it, then you're good
I
to
think
go.
I have the listing. You're gonna have to read it and make sure.
Okay. I gotta bring it my way more, and I don't know why I keep putting it the opposite way. What's everybody having for dinner tonight? We're just gonna have tacos because we weren't home last night for dinner. We actually went to Applebee's with my mom. I really do have the best mom. Like, I don't know how many moms would, you know, come. She went to Asher, who's my nephew. She went to his concert yesterday afternoon and then came and met us, picked up Parker, met me with the girls, and then sat at this concert, which the concerts are long. Like, we got there at 6. We didn't leave until 9:30 probably. And then, you know, came home with us. We live an hour from where she lives. She came home with us, spent the night, slept in my daughter's bed. You know, she's an awesome mom. So, yeah, get this transfer before it's gone. Definitely recommend it. Okay, I'm just trying to see because I still think I'm really off. I thought I had it close this time, but I don't. So let me just remove it again. This is honestly, with acrylic, this is the hardest part, is just getting it where you want to get it because it sticks so well. Unlike, like, it doesn't stick as well to the wood and stuff, so then you have a little bit more play and you can kind of move it. I'm kind of trying to bend it this way so that way it only sticks on one side. Once we get this on, we'll be off to the races. It's close, but I keep moving it. You're having biscuits, gravy, and scrambled eggs. That sounds good. Tracy Williams, you're going to go in the Sunday Fun Day basket. Don't let me forget to write you down. My daughter has to leave for the endometrial ablation in July. Hoping it helps her. I know, yeah. It didn't do anything for me. It was awful. I actually, like, yeah, that didn't go well. The ablation, I felt like I had, like, a way harder time recovering than the hysterectomy. The hysterectomy, I had some issues in the hospital, but yeah. All right, we're gonna put this on, and this is just gonna be it this time because I don't know what I keep doing, but I keep moving it.
Trying to do pricing and stuff, my brain's like
Yeah,
not working.
it's got anesthesia brain. This would be really pretty watercolored too, but we're just gonna do simple. But I'm just trying to get my air bubbles out quick. Yeah, one more time. We got this. This is the only part about acrylic that's a little bit of a hassle, but once you get it on there, you're good. We got it this time. I just gotta get my air bubbles out.
It would also be cool with just MDF, like stand up.
Yeah, it would, yeah.
Bit.
The standoff screws are just different. Like, I think it's like it's somewhat newer. Like, I haven't seen a ton of it. Got an air bubble right here. So you just want to make sure you work all those out because otherwise your paste will kind of bleed underneath. But we got it on there this time. So now I'm just going to do nominee for the flowers. And then I'm going to do bright white just because I want them to pop on there. One more time. That's right. My girlfriend Jillian is a teacher and she dropped me off a big box of crayons. Nice! You're having a hysterectomy and you're scared. Don't be scared, Tina. It'll be all right. I promise. I mean, obviously you're always a little bit scared when you go under for anything, but it's been a couple years now since I've had mine. And it's the best thing I ever did. Like, not having to deal with that every month is just the best thing ever. All right, we're going to go in with our nominee paste. Hi, Tracy. He's doing well. He's actually in here right now. He's just listing the new surface.
A and B are listed. We'll have to double check.
Okay. So the surfaces are listed. We're just going to start chalking.
And we can make bigger. I'm just not sure.
Yeah. Eventually we will. For right now, we're just going to start with the A and B size because the other surface is obviously quite a bit bigger. We're gonna do nominee for the flowers, and then I'm gonna do bright white for the words, and then some of this outer part as well. And you can, you know, peel this up a little bit and then lay it back down, but I'm just gonna try to get it all done at once. You guys are just jumping on, say hello, hit the heart button, comment, walk. We're using this beautiful new transfer. I'm gonna do this little middle part in nominee as well.
Delaney's outside doing laps around the house.
Delaney's doing laps. In her dress thing still?
No, she's
Oh, she changed?
shorts and sports bra.
Delaney's doing laps.
Came out in front.
I love this saying, it's so beautiful. We needed one of these. Like, we had a memorial transfer that was gorgeous a while back, and then they retired it, and I've had so many people ask for it, so I was so happy when they brought this back, but then they said it was going to sell out and not restock, and we're like, oh no, we thought it was going to be like an evergreen thing. Like, stick around, because, you know, people love these types of transfers. All right, so last little bit here, and then we'll peel this up. I think you guys are really gonna like these surfaces. I think they're really neat. Something different, you know what I mean? All right, just get my excess off, and then we're gonna go ahead and peel this up. Hi, Marge. Always kind of pull in the center so you don't damage your transfer.
So pretty.
I had a little bit of an air bubble right there by the Y, but we can easily wipe that off of acrylic. So then you just clean these with tap water and a board eraser. Thanks, honey, you didn't have to stay out here. Yeah, Tracy, I'll put your name in the basket here in just a second. So obviously the paper still needs to come off. But look how pretty this is. Imagine it on the back of that black background. What do you guys think? Hit the heart button. That's so pretty. It would be gorgeous watercolor too. Like, these flowers would be really pretty watercolor for sure. All right. I didn't expect for you to stay out here the whole time, bud. But thank you. All right. So now we're gonna bring in our other surface, get that dry, give it a light sanding, just because you guys know that's kind of the look I'm always going for. Yeah, supposedly they're not reordering it. That's what we were told. So I'm gonna write down Tracy's name. Again, every 10 minutes the timer goes off, and whoever's comment is there will go in there. This would make an awesome gift, wouldn't it? You have knee surgery? Oh man, prayers for you. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so let's get this all assembled. Once that's dry, I'll take something and just kind of get that little air bubble off of there. But let's bring back these two. This one's almost dry. So this, again, has the holes in it. That has the holes in it. And we'll show you how easy it is to put together. What'd you say? I showed you guys all the new cutouts. Also, we have a bundle in the VIP group, Transfer Tuesday. We had 12 of them available. We have 6 left. So if you guys are interested, it's another acrylic one, but it's the floating frame that Chalk used to have that's retired. So we have 6 of those left with a retired transfer. It's called Rise Up and Pray. Isn't it pretty? Nothing keeps Studsbuster away from his job, apparently. Yeah, Nessa, me too. I love nominee. Yes, comment, walk. It's listed on Etsy. I don't know. Let me see what he put for pricing. We'll check. So, it's the acrylic standoff frame with screws. It's going to be $23 for a size A and then $32 for a size B. So this is the size B option, but it includes the screws, the acrylic, the back surface, the frame, the holes will be in it.
I can't do this.
All that good stuff. Mid-90s? Oh man, I heard you're doing laps. Say hi. She's in a sports bra, but just say hey. Lainey's doing laps. I'm going to be almost done, and then I'm going to make dinner. We're going to spend some time together, okay? Did Parker get in the shower?
He was downstairs on the couch.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Janet.
I think he did because I was in the shower.
Okay.
Hi.
You haven't seen them yet?
How do you feel?
Feel better.
You put your hair up? It looks good. You did it yourself?
Yeah.
Good job. Alright, we're almost dry.
Okay.
Bye, baby. What?
Number 65.
Don't get yourself all in a asthma attack. Isn't it cute, Renee? You were our inspiration for this because you asked us to create something. Bye, baby. So, I didn't yet, no. Alright, so this is already dry. You guys know I'm just going to take a 220 grit over the top of it just to smooth it out. You could put a pattern on it, but then you probably wouldn't see the transfer as much. So I just want to leave it black because I just think that's just kind of what I'm going for. But then I'm also going to take an 80 grit and go around the edges really fast. I know, I'm excited. I've been needing to do this project, and we had some screws, but they weren't ones that were going to be able to make work, so we actually ordered them the other night, so I've been waiting for them to get here. And I pulled in from bringing the kids home, and Amazon was pulling in at the same time. I'm like, it's meant to be. We're going to do that project tonight. So I'm just taking a little bit off the edge, because I just like how it looks. You guys, me and Mark's 5th wedding anniversary is Friday. I just was thinking about that earlier. Did you realize that? You did not. You're a liar. Where do I get my dresses? Loretta, this one's actually a shirt, but this one's from Bloom Chic. But I get a lot of my dresses from Torrid. I get some of my dresses from Old Navy.
That's why I said something about dinner.
Oh, Maurice's, different places like that. Yeah, I think Carol Ann's going to meet us in Rochester on Friday. We're going to go watch a movie or something, but she's going to meet us and bring us some of that sausage and stuff because she drives her husband to work.
You like movies?
No, it's not going to the movie.
Oh.
Okay. So there's the back surface. I'm going to also just take an 80 grit to our frame. Just kind of bring out some of that wood on the edge as well. If you guys know I just like that. You can skip this part if you like. Yeah, I think we'll go watch a movie. We went to that one movie the other day and it was good and we had a lot of fun, so we'll do something. If you guys are new, let us know where you're watching from. Make sure you hit the heart button. Your daughter's getting married Friday? Well, congratulations. And Loretta Holdley, I think you're a new name, but you're gonna go in the Sunday Fun Day baskets. Every Sunday we pull winners and you get Happy Mail if you're a winner. So the more you comment, the more you have a chance to go in the baskets. You guys have no idea how good it does my soul to see over 100 people on this live. It's been a little rough lately with getting new people on.
You check that notification.
So I'm super excited to see so many of you on with us. Hi Marsha, we sent out your replacement the other day. And by the way, I told you guys we've had a lot going on. I made a little post yesterday. I haven't really shared a lot, but there's just been a lot going on in the family personally. You guys know I'm pretty transparent with all of you guys for the most part, but some of it is just, you know, pretty personal family matters that are just going to kind of be kept to us, but obviously that's probably why we haven't been as consistent lately, and also why we haven't been quite as on top of shipping, but we are caught up, I would say 95% of the way with shipping, and we'll finish it up tomorrow once Mark's rested from his procedure today. But we are super grateful for our customers for, you know, your patience and understanding and all that good stuff. And we'll get back to our normal soon, hopefully. Hi, Wendy. How are you? It's been a while. Okay, so we're going to attach this on here, and I'm just going to use some tacky glue. Here, Mark, just put it on here. So Mark took the back surface off. I showed you guys. Just get it a little bit wet.
Oh, you can see.
Not wet. Oh, my gosh.
Not wet.
Hot. Don't get it wet. Get it a little bit hot. Did you wipe that off? Let me show them.
I didn't want to mess with it.
So
I'll
this
glue
right
that
here.
so keywords for a second.
Let's glue this, and then I'll show you guys how easy that'll be to clean off. So I'm just going to use my tacky glue, glue this on. We leave for ChalkCon in like, what, less than 2 weeks or something? So I'm excited about that. Go and hang out with some of our teamies. That's something I need. I think it'll be good for my soul. It's always a good time hanging out with them ladies. Okay, glue this down, let it cure a minute. Again, there's holes in here. I'll show you guys how easy this is going to be to attach once we're letting this cure for a minute. glue comes out and I just wiped it off. But so let that sit for just a second. And then we're gonna bring this in. So he just removed that. I showed you how easy it was to remove, but I'm just gonna take, this is a detail tool, and I'm just gonna take this and just scrape off where it bled just a little bit, but it's super easy. Instead of trying to wipe it while it's wet, to me, I'd rather just dry it and then just quickly remove that. Like so. There we go. So.
Do that. Just set one of these in each corner to space it up.
Mm-hmm.
That's easy.
Okay.
Lift it up.
I'm just gonna put these underneath of it to space it up.
We're just gonna, yeah, we can assemble it. Obviously, we're not hooking it to a wall right now or anything.
Yeah, we're not
Just
hooking
make
it
sure
to a
the
wall,
drawers are
but-
in line with the holes. And you can, of course, if you wanted to cut the screws and use a different kind of.
Okay, so you get 4 of these, okay? They come apart and then there's 2 washers.
They're pretty.
Yeah, they're really pretty. It's like a really pretty gold. Let's just stay on there. So it's gonna go, one's gonna go on one side and
I
then
will go through and attach all the bottom pieces first.
the bottom pieces. So take the bottom piece, take your
And
screw.
you can just use a screwdriver too if you want.
I'm not gonna use a screwdriver, I'm gonna use the power tools. Okay, so just take your screw, put it in here.
Screw goes off. Put it right down in.
And again, if you don't want to use the screws to hang it, you don't have to. But like if we go to hang it on the wall, we would
I'll
just
probably just cut them off.
we would just get rid of the
Use a
acrylic, but we'll
sawtooth.
probably just gonna cut them off and just like
Use a
either
sawtooth.
hold it up or use a sawtooth. But you still have to screw this in so it's attached. You know what I mean?
And it's all pre-drilled through these, so it's easy. So you know it's straight. And
How far down did it go?
Just-
Is that right? I'm just gonna attach all these quick. Will you unscrew those? So grab another screw. It's not often Mark lets me use the power tools, guys.
Scared. That's pretty.
But yeah, you can easily just cut those off if you don't want to, attach them that way. Where's the screws? Okay. Thanks, Heather. Wait till you guys see it all together. I'm excited. I've had this in my brain for a couple days, so when it finally, comes to fruition, I'm excited. Oh my goodness. And you do get little anchors if you do decide you want to attach it to your wall.
It's yeah, it works. A little excessive. Like you could just do the top two if you wanted to,
Yeah.
or add a sawtooth. Right.
But there's little holes so you know where to put it. If I can do this, you guys can do this. What? Okay, so then washer goes on one side and then on the other. So we're gonna just take this.
Well, why not just?
Yeah, put them on there, right? That makes more sense. Set the washer on top of one side.
I can do this corner. if you want.
And then you literally just screw it right in. Just, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Isn't that so cool,
And
you
it'll line
guys?
up perfect because the holes are all.
Yeah, the holes are right where they need to be. What do you guys think?
I didn't tighten them. I just started this.
Love this. I'll hold it up in just a second, but this is so pretty. Such a cool surface. So this is on Etsy.
And they're plastic washers, so it protects the.
Yeah, they're plastic, so they're not gonna hurt your acrylic. I get it all screwed in. I'm just gonna kind of wipe it with my, I'm gonna use the microfiber side and just give it a quick wipe, just because you guys know acrylic when you're touching it can kind of get marks and stuff on it. So just give it a quick
I
wipe
like that.
down.
It's a lot different.
Look how cool this is. Is that not the coolest thing ever? So again, there's screws in the back. We can just easily cut them off, but look how cute. What do you guys think? I love this so much. What do you think? Hit the heart button.
So right
I
now
think it's
she
so
says
pretty.
size A and a size
Yeah.
B.
So this is the size B. That's gorgeous. I am so excited. There's no comments. Everybody stopped commenting. What do you think? I love it. Maybe you're speechless. Are you speechless?
Mm-hmm.
Let me try to not cut myself with the screws. I'm just gonna cut these off quick. Because we're not gonna use the screws. I'll
Can
just,
you do it?
yeah, I better not do it.
Just wait.
We'll do it later. There's no comments all of a sudden. Maybe I need to
there is.
refresh. See? It's my
just your
computer.
computer.
I knew it. I'm like, you guys aren't talking to me. You don't love it. Let me refresh. We'll pull one more person for Happy Mail. Like I said, you guys comment walk. It's listed on Etsy. I think this is so, so pretty. I absolutely love it. Oh, let's see. You're commenting for sure. See? Darn comments. I'm going to put Nancy Morris. You're going to be the last name to go into the Sunday Fun Day basket for today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Like I said, go check out our Etsy. We have all the new most requested cutouts listed. We also have like the flowers for this. I'll show you guys those again really fast, as well as this new surface. But we have the apple orchard, the sunflower with the jar, the farm fresh. We couldn't do the animals because it was like just the way that transfer is, but these are the letters. This is the those we love, so it's the same transfer we just used. You can do just the flowers, or you can do like the whole surface with the flowers. Don't get cocky. Did you list just the rooster? Yeah, so there's just the rooster, then there's the full surface.
And we made it fit right in the...
Yeah, this like pop. This is actually pretty cool. I want to do this project at some point too. But look how this works. I can get it out. We always put everything in here so we can keep it organized. But it's just the rooster fits right in there, and then the letters go beside it. So that's that one. And then the country scene, barn hair, you can do just the cow or the words as well. This one, I cannot wait for my
Same
transfer
with
to get
those.
here. The sunflower,
I
you can
did
do
it.
just the word or the surface or both. And then the welcome, okay? You ordered that transfer. Isn't it so pretty? All right, you guys, as always, if you have any questions, let us know. Again, there's our project. You can grab this on Etsy. It includes the screws, the acrylic, all that. You can do it for a size A or a size B like we did today. If you want to learn more about joining our crafting community, you can also comment WALK. You can join our perks program to get 30% off. You can join our club to get our monthly club, which is this donut transfer this month. We've done a couple different projects with it so far. This one turned out really, really cute. Or you can join our team, and we have a brand new starter kit as well, and you can get 40% off and all that good stuff. So anyway, we appreciate you guys. We love you. I'm going to go spend some time with the kiddos because they're going back to their dads tomorrow for the week. And like I said, if you have any questions, let us know. And we'll see you guys later. Take care.